Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion and review. This one is on episode 21 of Shokugeki no Souma. And this episode, we get a little bit of Souma, barely anything. It's just him at the beginning. We see that he fell asleep and it was really because he was tired and stayed up all night before. We already known that. But he does end up waking up when the smell of his, I guess, curry is at a certain point when it's ready for him to do something with it. And we see a little bit of like what he's got, kind of like risotto kind of things, got the rice in there and everything. And we don't really learn too much about that yet because this episode is more not focused on Group A. It's mainly focused on Group B, and we'll probably get Group A later on. So sorry for anyone that was excited for more of Souma. Like me, I was wanting to see some of Souma stuff. That was put on the back burner. We got instead Group B, and most of this episode, the beginning part of this episode, was mostly about Megumi. I mean, it showed everyone doing their own thing, everyone getting hyped up and like, oh, look at him, look at her doing this, you know. And pretty much like in the end, it shows Megumi just doing super bad, you know. Everyone is talking down on her, being clumsy and everything, and you see her even like trip and fall, and her thing flies over the other place, and it's just like, ooh, okay, how is Megumi gonna do this, huh? And then all of a sudden, boom, she brings out this huge fish that the only way to cut it up is to have it hanging and everything. It's supposed to be really hard, and everyone's like, what the heck? She can't do that, you know? And all of a sudden, it's like, nope. Shing, 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 shing. She cuts it up super good, like awesome. And the thing is actually that we get a little flashback for her, and in this flashback we see that's like one of these old chefs that usually did this at her restaurant, family's restaurant, actually got too old, he couldn't do it anymore, and she wanted to continue that tradition of having that. So she goes to this guy to learn, and you just see how strong Megumi is, you know, doing all of this. Even he says, you know, he only teach her if she won't cry and she can't get tired, you know, pretty much whine or anything, and she doesn't, even though it seems too hard at one point, like she can't even do it, she's doing it all wrong. She keeps doing it until finally she can do it, and right here it's finally showed off and she was able to do it, and everyone was super surprised, and I was just like, yeah, go Megumi. It's always nice to see her do well because she's so like shy and she doesn't have much confidence in herself, and then when she finally is able to do, it's always nice to see. And like you even see her like, give me some of your courage, Souma. And I was like, and you have the moment where, you know, he slaps the hands kind of thing, and she's imagining it, that's what she's doing this. And I was like, man, yeah, good job, Megumi. After that, it's pretty much now we get into the judging of everything. And during the judging process, we pretty much have only, like, we see a bunch of these random people they throw in to judge. We don't know any of these characters, obviously just random characters, showing all these low scores and how, you know, these judges are great and how like really good these judges are, and why they're scoring everyone so low, and like no one's going over 50 until finally we get now Sarasuka, the kind of crazy girl, like she looks like a witch kind of thing, you know, when she's with her cauldron and everything, and we learn later on she's called the Boiling Witch, and her food is nasty. It's got this stink ass smell that everyone's like at first they weren't even gonna eat it until finally they try it, and everyone's like, this is amazing, eating, and just like it's pretty dang crazy. Like I did not expect that. I was like, when they started showing the scent, it's like, dang, that's gotta stink, but I guess it was really good. I mean, you know, there are stuff like that, fermented kind of things, and then they end up tasting really good, but I don't know, that was unexpected. After that, you know, we get a little flashback between her and Hisako and everything about Erina, how they challenge each other, and Hisako ended up winning. That's why now can't go anywhere near Erina, like 50 meters or something like that. And then Hisako shows her curry, and everyone, they all love it. It's even better now, things because of the taste of and smell of her food there. It's kind of like a curse, she says, and their taste buds, you know, are used to that over this. But Hisako's is like a medical kind of thing. Her and her family is like medical. They focus on medical kind of cooking, and her cooking was like amazing that they all loved it and gave it even better score in the 90s. Now it was only in the 80s, hers are in the 90s. The first person to go into the 90s, and Hisako showed that she is way better than now. And now even at the end it's like, Hisako Onisama, and Hisako's like, oh gosh, like it changed now, and I was just now hated Hisako, and now she's like, oh, after she tried the food and everything. It was pretty funny, but it surprised me a lot that they focus on these two only of the group, and we still have the next episode. This is episode 21, so there's only 22, 23, and 24, 3 more episodes. So I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. 23 is gonna be half of Group B, you know, finishing off the big thing was the Aldini brothers. Is that how you say it? I forget how you say it, but yeah, you know, the brothers, it showed at the end they're going to be challenging each other and everything, and obviously there's still Megumi and everyone else, and then they're going to have to go to Group A. So I'm not too sure how they're going to be pushing all this together. Are we going to get a winner by the end of the episode? How is this going to end everything? You know, it's kind of confusing because it feels like there's not enough time, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see till the next episode. And yeah, guys, it was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed all that kind of stuff and the changing, you know, of not really focused on Souma, but everyone else in Group B, Megumi, and then these other two, obviously. It was pretty interesting to see everyone's different type of curries, that's for sure. I can't wait to see much more that they're going to be showing off and everything, because everyone's got their own thing, and that's what's one thing. Like, usually I was excited for all these Shokugekis, shows 2 people. This one's showing a whole bunch of different people and a whole bunch of different type of ways that they are making their curry better. So it's pretty interesting, you know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom discussion review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And until next time, guys, see ya.